We're here with Todd Hansen from StoryTrek. It's a BYUtv show that you can watch here Monday nights at 9 o'clock in the evening. Todd, thank you for your time.
You bet.
I'd like to know one thing. Now, I had someone suggest that this might be the best question I could ask you.
Okay.
What is your secret for getting people to tell their most private and intimate stories? You knock on their door, they're complete strangers. What is your secret?
You know, that always kind of blows me away that people tell me some amazing, intimate details of their lives with cameras and lights, just like we have here, and microphones, and strangers in the room. But, you know, I believe there is no such thing as a stranger. It's just somebody you haven't met yet. You know, We're all friends. And I think that's it. You know, you get to know somebody, you develop a really quick relationship and a level of trust. And I think they feel like they can trust me. They don't feel like I'm threatening. I'm not Mr. Slick TV guy, and I'm out there to exploit their story, you know. And I think they get that. We're here to celebrate their lives. We're here to celebrate their story. And once they feel like, you know what, he's a friend, and he's not out to get me.
Right.
They're ready to share something. Everybody who says yes to us, they've got something that they need to share. We don't know what it is because we don't know them yet.
Right. And
it's amazing what comes out.
Well, that's wonderful. I noticed that you don't select those stories. It's not a pre-submission. It's not, I've heard the story, I've taped the story, but we don't want to use it. You use every story in which you interview someone.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do not audition people. We don't ask for submissions. We just literally close our eyes and make a dot on a map and go to wherever that is and start knocking on doors. And we hope that the first door we knock on, somebody will let us in, because we don't want to spend all day knocking on doors. Makes the process long, and sometimes the days are hot and sweaty. So, yeah, whoever will agree to do it, we do it. But then we have people writing me all the time saying, hey, will you tell my story? And that's not how it works, because it has to be that random process where we close our eyes and we do it so that nobody knows we're coming, because that proves the theory that truly everybody has a story, and I can't know who I'm going to do the story on, and they can't know that I'm coming, and that proves that, yeah, everybody has something amazing in their lives.
Okay. You said you hope to find them sooner than later, so that your days are a little shorter. About how many hours a day when you're taping a season are you out in the field?
Well, it's not too long. It really depends on the individual, how much time they have to give us. Some people will roll up on and they'll say, you know what, I've got a half hour and I need to head off to work. Okay, great. We will hurry and set up our cameras and do a story as quickly as we can in a half hour. And then we'll have to follow up with them to try and get pictures through email or whatever to flesh out that story later, to show the pictures within. Other times we'll spend the whole day with them, and we'll go to the ball game with them at night or whatever. It depends on what they talk about. Or we'll spend some time with them at work the next day, or just whatever they talk about, we need to document.
Okay, so sometimes it's a half an hour, sometimes it's more than one day. Now let me ask you the other question that I asked you even yesterday. If I were to knock on your door and I were to bring my crew, what would you say?
I would say go to the neighbors. I'd be one of those people who say, you know what, I wouldn't lie and make up some excuse. I'd just say, you know what, it's not for me. I'm the guy who tells people stories, but you don't need to hear my story. Fairly private that way. You know.
Are you fairly private that way?
I guess, yeah.
So your perspective, going back full circle, is that the people who answer the door and will tell a story is one that they have a need to share that story. And
I guess I don't have a need yet to share my story.
Okay. Well, I might have to talk to someone to knock on your door. Maybe we can do that with
There you
BYUtv.
Yeah.
Send their crews down to your house and
Yeah.
see who answers. Maybe your daughters have a story.
They would love it. They would be thrilled.
But then it's not random. It's just a matter of, since I don't know where
Exactly.
you live, but we could do that.
Yeah, they would
It would
love
have
to
to be
be on
someone
TV.
you know. That would be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
No, I
My
know-
wife would say no. I would say no. My daughters would love it.
Would say yes. That's fantastic. Well, I know that you decided to do something different, and now you're making a big difference by presenting Story Trek to the world, and I really appreciate that, and I hope you many more seasons.
Thank you. It's
Okay.
nice of you to say.